Off looking right. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on second is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up on Levante David. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Let's go. 11.
To throw on second down is Locke. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out.
Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run with Penny. And he's got Rome. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to fit.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. And open, that's Kiki QT complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On first down, it's Watson. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. He's gonna run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time, as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, as the first half is winding down, and the Texans cut into that lead. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
11Z. 12.
On first and 10, Locke finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making it.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
From the gun, here's Lott. Stepping up, he'll try and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lott. It's complete to Lockett. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. To throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Simmons. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Watson escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's Williams. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And he fires one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Watson. And incomplete here on third down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Shrugs him off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Locke. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. The Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Penny, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 13, fellas, 13, watch 13. Wrong.
Again, it's Penny. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Seahawks on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Love. He's got Evans. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead now up to 14. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 50, it's Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Fighting through, and he's got space. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Love. Flushed out right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
4 down, 4 down. Come on.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go.
Come back.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll run it again with Penny. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's locked. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. This is Penny. Broke the tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Luck. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Now it's Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
12.
Luck now to throw. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. Here it's 3rd and 3. Luck. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that run.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Finds his target, Montgomery. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.